Saturday, welcome to everything in our life. All the events, all the episodes of our life, hearty welcome. Today, let us reflect on the profundity of life. The other word for profound life is spiritual life. Spiritual life and profundity, to be profound, are almost synonyms. One of the phenomena which damage our life is the unbearable weight of opinions, obsessed with what others are going to think. We are worried about what everyone else would think about us, than what has actually happened to us. So much so that our mind shuts down. We are now on our own get worried about other people's opinions, and these opinions become big burden on our head. We always think about what others are going to think, but we have to draw a line somewhere. Otherwise, our life will become nothing but a series of reactions of what you think, what you ought to do, what the others think, according to the world, rather than what you should do, according to yourself. Do you think people who go around giving their opinions freely ever think about these consequences? What happens to the others? Most people think opinions are like butterflies floating from one place to another before quietly dying and disappearing without a trace. Actually, opinions are not like butterflies. Opinions are like bees that carry the burden of expectation from one person to another, changing people's perception, changing their actions and reactions. Sometimes they sting, and they sting very badly. Realize this. His opinions are his. Her opinions are hers, not mine. Shallow people are trapped and suffocated under the weight of the opinions of everyone around them. Thoughts, opinions are just like foam. Why to identify with only foam? Profound people, on the other hand, don't care what you think of them. Leave it alone. Don't interfere with nature. Let nature takes its course. Problems often solved by themselves if you leave them alone without interference. If it happens, it happens. Worrying is a waste of time. Worrying of what others think. I am not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you are not in this world to live up to my expectations. I am I, you are you. Let me give you an example of profound judgment. In a remote village, there were two young men who were great and intimate friends, always together, going to each other's house, eating together, picnicking together. But something unexpected happened. For some silly reason, a conflict happened between these two intimate friends. And in a fit of anger, one friend stabbed the other and caused his instant death, amounting to murder. See the tragedy. Two great friends, one killing the other. So what next? As was the village custom, The elder of the village, senior elder of the village, has to pass a judgment on the murderer. On that particular day, all of the villages had gathered to hear the judgment on this murderer. The friend, now murderer, is standing there with full of remorse and repentance. When the mother of dead son, his friend, saw this murderer, she said, "My only son has been killed, and this murderer should be hanged in public. I'm waiting for his punishment." The sister of the dead young man was sobbing and said, "This murderer should be taken to the hilltop and pushed from there to the valley so his body shatters and he dies." Now is the turn of the grand old man, the elder of the village. What he will say to the bereaved family? Whole village is waiting for the declaration of punishment. The elderly person cleared his throat and looked at this young man who is supposed to be a murderer, and with a dignified voice told the young man, "This friend of yours whom you have killed used to wear this gold chain. Now he does not need it. He's no more there. Take this chain and you wear it. Now it is for you. Your friend had this motorbike, that motorbike. Both of you used to go for long rides on it. Now he does not need it. Now it is for you. You use that motorbike because your friend is not there. You used to visit your friend, and both of you used to sit in his room here in his house, and chat and chat and chat for hours altogether. Now there is no occupant in that room. The room is empty. You please come and occupy that room, and you become our son, because we don't have a son now. He's no more there. You be our son. Be our son. Be our son. Who? The murderer. Be our son. Only a person with inner profundity, like this elder person, would invite the murderer of his dear person to come and be our son and live with us. The great mystic Junaid asked God, "Who is the greatest sinner in this village?" God said, "Your neighbor." But neighbor was not a bad man. Then he asked God, "Who is the greatest saint in this village?" God said, "Your neighbor." Then Junaid asked, "God, how is it possible?" God replied, "In my kingdom and existence, opposites are complementary. In my kingdom, opposites are complementary. Good, bad are complementary." Once we realize this, or one who has realized this, is a person of profundity, a profound person. All the best. May peace descend on you and on your dear ones. Meet you next week.